What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys a quick little video. Meant to do this a couple days ago, but family stuff. That's the great aspect of life, isn't it? Now, so what this video is going to be about is how to change out or replace your actual iron sights on your pistol. Okay, so a buddy of mine asked not too long ago, how would you go about doing that? Because most iron sights on pistols, now the model does vary, but most of them do require for you to actually take off the whole upper slide. So, show you guys, empty, safe. Okay, so this is my SIG. Okay, this is my M17. So, to remove the back plate, you know, this one right here, they have screws in here. Now, a lot of other ones, I'll show you. So, here is my FN 509. Okay. Same thing. Okay. Except with this one, you have to pull the trigger to actually pull this off. Now, with this one, if you look, no pins, right? That's because with this one, you really don't have to remove these ones, but you can if you actually remove these ones. So each pistol does vary, okay? Now, one of the easiest ways to tell when it comes to your front sights, right, is this. So on both of these slides, right, you can see a dovetail, which is this thing right here, okay? So with that, means you can tap that in and tap that out. So what you would need for that, right, is either a fine point punch with a rubber mallet and or, you know, a normal hammer. Of course, you're going to have to tap it very lightly so you don't break it unless you don't care about breaking it, okay? And what you're going to have to do is tap it out towards you. So if you're gonna go from the right, you have to go from the right to the left, okay? And then when it comes to putting it in, you got to put it backwards. You have to go from the left to the right. You can't just go that way, okay? And then the other thing for that, when it comes to replacing these, right, your front sights, back sights, whatever you're replacing on here, is to also remember Loctite, okay? A lot of people forget Loctite. Now, one of the other things to look for, this does depend on the model. So, something I've noticed is with a certain pistol type, Glock, you'll have on the inside of your slide, right, you will literally have screws in here. Okay, literally will have screws in here holding your front iron sight inside, and I believe that's Glock 19. I believe all of them. I just do know it is the Glock 19. I can't remember if it was the 19X or whatever, but yeah. But anyways, so don't just start hammering and tapping before you actually remove the slide and take a look. Always remove your slide and make sure you know where your screws are, your placements of everything. That way, you can easily just go, okay, there's this, okay, unscrew that, take that out, tap this out. Now, depending on the Loctite and depending on how old your gun is, it might be easy to get it out. It might not be easy to get it out. So you might have to heat treat it a little bit. And no, I'm not saying, you know, go and put it in the oven or some weird shit like that. No, I'm saying get it a little hot in a certain area and then try to tap it out, okay? Don't go all crazy, okay? Don't go crazy. But if your sight is like this, a dovetail, meaning what, it's clear and obvious, it goes in and out one side and all that, well then, you don't have to worry about screws, at least for the most part. Once again, always look for screws just in case. Now, when it comes to your rear sights, those are usually always screwed in some way, shape, or form. and definitely will require you to remove, much like this one, unlike this one. This one you don't need to. Honestly, this one's a hell of a lot heavier than this one too. But when it comes to that, that's all you need. So you will need Loctite, okay, for after the fact. You will need a rubber mallet and or any hammer. Just be gentle, okay? Don't go too crazy. Mainly the rubber mallets. One, so you don't break your chisels or anything else, okay? A fine point punch, and or you can also use a flathead screwdriver if you don't have a fine point punch. But if it's going to be a screwdriver, like a flathead, cannot be any bigger than this. Try to find something that's the same size or slightly smaller. Okay? Same size or slightly smaller, because at the same time, you don't want it to ruin your dovetail. Because if so, and you like chip away a piece of the metal that's, holding on, like let's say you chip off a piece of metal that's on the actual slide. And now when you slide it in, it's a little loose. Well, your side's going to be off. So, keep that in mind. So, if you don't have any punches, get some. They're pretty cheap. Any hardware store, for the most part, has them. You can even go to, like, your local, like, Walmart. But, yeah. So, that, rubber mallet. Same thing with rubber mallets. They're cheap. You can get them almost anywhere at any hardware store. Okay? So, there you go. Rubber mallet. You need your punch or screwdriver, flathead, and then Loctite. Loctite for when you're getting ready to lock it down, so you don't want it to go nowhere. But that's honestly it. So remember, always look for screws. Always make sure that, when you're removing it, it is away. So you go towards the left, and then when you're putting it in, it goes towards the right. And in all honesty, it would be really good to put this in a vise, because if you don't, it's gonna be flying everywhere and gonna make it even harder for you to get it out. So vise if you don't have one. If you don't have one, good luck. But that's it on how to remove. Now, I won't do so because I honestly have no reason to, but I just wanted to do a one-over. And honestly, I realized after my buddy asked me that question, it's like, I never did a video on that, so I might as well. So, there you go. Now, eventually, I do want to actually get a red dot for my SIG here. And I will be doing an installation video on that. So, that'll be an interesting day. Can't wait. So, like, share, subscribe, spread the word. Stay free, America. Love you guys.